Devolver Digital présentait à l'extérieur du Convention Center où se déroulait l'E3 et à l'intérieur d'une poignée de caravanes plusieurs titres dont un certain Not a Hero aperçu lors de la conférence Sony. Ce dernier a été développé par le studio Roll7, créé en 2008 par John Ribbins, Simon Bennett et Tom Hugarty, à qui l'on doit l'excellentissime Oli Oli, dont la critique PS Vita est visible sur Noco. Nous avons donc pu essayer Not a Hero, mais aussi poser quelques questions à John.
I'm John Ribbins, I'm creative director and designer on Not a Hero, which is this thing here. Not a Hero is a 2D cover-based shoot-'em-up. It's got multiple characters. You're basically working for a giant purple rabbit that's travelled through time to become mayor of this town, and he wants to become mayor by killing all the gangsters and mobsters that are kind of running the town at the moment. And he's going to do that by employing a bunch of guns for hire, which form the different playable characters that you get to play as. Each character has their own abilities, and so like they all use this cover mechanic in different ways.
Si les 25-30 niveaux annoncés pour le moment ne sont pas générés aléatoirement, l'emplacement et le type de bonus proposés, ainsi que la position des gardes dans chaque niveau, varieront à chaque partie. De la même façon, et aussi surprenant que cela puisse paraître, les missions elles-mêmes changeront de façon dynamique.
The mission is always the same, so if you have to go and do, I don't know, if you have to go and collect something, you're always having to go and collect an item. But basically like the descriptive words, so like the adjectives and the, what's the other one? Adverbs and so on, they're all randomized. So sometimes you might say like, we're going to have a fantastic time. Other times you might say, we're going to have a terrible time. So it kind of does that, which kind of just makes it a little bit more interesting. But then also like, sometimes you might be going into the mission to, I don't know, steal cheese from the mafia. Another time you might be going in to steal a briefcase from the mafia. Like every time is slightly different.
Si le concept du jeu est aussi simple que limpide, sa production fut quelque peu chaotique. En fait, au départ, Not a Hero ne ressemblait pas du tout à ce que vous pouvez voir en ce moment.
We started off making a completely different game, which was a randomly generated dungeon crawler called Jeffrey Archer, which was about a guy with a bow and arrow. But it wasn't very good, and at some point we drew a gun on one of the characters, because we just wanted to play. I played Blackthorn, which is like a really old Blizzard game. I was playing that again on ROMs, and I really liked the cover system and the way that you could like hide back in the walls. So we kind of had this like 2D tile-based game that worked in the same way, and it was like we should do a cover thing with shooting. So we kind of put that in, and it was awesome, and suddenly made the game fun. And then we were kind of just passing it around friends and getting other people to play it, and they were kind of coming back going, you know, oh, there needs to be a guy with a shotgun, or there should be a guy with 2 guns and whatever, and we just like kept adding to it and realized it was maybe something that we wanted to like put more time into and work on.
Blackthorn fut donc l'une des principales inspirations de Not a Hero. Et il est vrai que les deux titres affichent une certaine ressemblance. De notre côté, il nous a rappelé un vieux jeu d'arcade Namco, Rolling Thunder, sorti en 1986 et qui donna lieu à 2 suites. Mais si Not a Hero est un jeu 2D, ses inspirations ne se limitent pas à des titres sortis dans les années 80-90.
I love Blackthorn, and then I really enjoyed stuff like Gears of War and Kane and Lynch and things like that. And I just thought like cover-based games in 2D are quite underused. Like normally you're just like running through and shooting everything. Kind of wanted to do something that was a bit more tactical, a bit more like strategic, I guess.
2 personnes développent en ce moment Not a Hero, John donc, qui s'occupe de la programmation et du game design, épaulé d'un autre développeur pour tout ce qui touche au graphisme et aux animations. Alors que sa date de sortie initiale était envisagée pour l'été 2014, il sortira finalement début 2015, d'abord sur Steam, puis peu de temps après sur PS4 et PS Vita. La production du jeu, pourtant, a débuté il y a maintenant plus de 2 ans.
In terms of how long we've been working on it, we built a prototype in 2012, in like 4 or 5 months. We put that out and nobody played it. And then indiegames.com covered it, and we got a whole bunch of downloads and people said some really nice stuff. And then we showed that to Devolver, and that's how we kind of got working with them. But we were doing another game at that time, Oli Oli, for the Vita. So we had to take a year off. So like Devolver like said they wanted to do it. But then we were like, okay, great, but we need to do Oli Oli for a year. So we kind of put this on hold for a year. So we only just started working on it again in January.
Uniquement solo, Roll7 n'ayant malheureusement, et à leur grand désespoir, pas le temps de développer un mode coop ou versus d'ici début 2015, Not a Hero sera néanmoins très riche. Une dizaine de personnages jouables, la plupart équipés d'armes à feu, même si quelques-uns seront armés d'une arme blanche, comme un couteau ou un katana, une dizaine d'armes, de power-ups et de munitions de propriété unique. Tout cela reste assez vague, et pour cause.
I don't want to say how many we're going to do. Like a lot of the time, like we kind of, like people have played it and been like, oh, there should be lasers, and you're like, well, we could try and do lasers, or like, oh, there should be like bees or whatever, and you're like, oh, we'll do bees, why not? So a lot of that's been quite iterative. It's been like putting stuff in and seeing if it works and seeing if people like it, and if they do, then it gets done, and if they hate it, then we take it out. But there'll be a lot of stuff, basically.
Oli Oli nous avait bluffé et la démo de Not a Hero, présentée sur cette E3, nous a convaincu qu'il s'agissait bel et bien d'un titre à suivre. On a donc hâte d'en savoir plus sur Bunny Lord, le lapin du futur qui voulait devenir maire, et les événements aléatoires qui pourraient venir perturber une mission en cours, comme l'intervention du SWAT par exemple.